we're going to be reacting to the weakest versus strongest currencies. This is for 2026. Now, shout out to Watch Data for this video. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Iranian Rial. One is 1 million, over 1 million. So you can become a millionaire in Iran with only less than $1 US. Then we have the Lebanese pound. $1 is 89,000. The Vietnamese dong, not the stick on people's bodies, but it's still $1 is 26,000. Then the Lao kip. One is 21,000. Indonesian rupiah. One is 17,000. Then now for the Uzbekistani som, one is 12,000. Then Guinean franc, one is 8,700. Then with Paraguayan guarani, it is $1 is 6,500. $1 in South Sudanese pounds, you can get 4,500. Then Malagasy Aerie, $1 is 4,100. Now this is in US dollars. So Cambodian rial is $1 US is 4,000. Ugandan shilling, $1 US is 3,700. Colombian peso, $1 US is 3,600. Mongolian togrong is $1 US is 3,500. Burundian franc, $1 US is 29.68. Tanzanian shilling, $1 is 25.83. Congolese franc, Republic of the Republic of Congo, $1 US is 23.17. Myanmar kyat, $1 US is 2,100 basically. Malawian kwacha, $1 US is 17.36. South Korean won, $1 US is 1,500. Rwandan franc, $1 is 1,400. Argentine peso, $1 US is 13, basically 1,400. $1 US in Nigeria, don't cancel me YouTube, is 13.85. $1 US in Iraq, it's an Iraqi dinar, is 13.10. In Chile, $1 US can get you 934 pesos. In Angola, $1 US can get you 917 kwanzas. In North Korean won is 900. Sudanese, $1 US is 600. And just so you know, Sudan is actually the country with the most pyramids, not Egypt. Okay, so then Biak, CFA franc, I don't know. It's 573 for $1 US. In Somalia, you can if 571 shillings with $1 US. Kazakhstan, you can get 482 tenges for $1 US. Then Venezuela, one is 469.69. Then you have listen to them. Subscribe to my channel. You could also subscribe to Watch Data. Comorian franc, one is 430. Armenian dram, one is 378. For Hungary, $1 US is 338. Sri Lankan rupees, one is 316. Okay, we're starting to get a little normal. Pakistan rupee one is 280. Yemen is one is 239. Guyana, one is $210. They use dollars. Liberian dollars, $1 US is 184. Djiboutian franc, one is 178. In Japan, 159 yen. Okay, I actually have $300 in Jamaica, so I guess I have $2 in Jamaica. Ethiopian birr, $1 US is 357. Nepalese rupees. So in Nepal, you get 151 rupees for $1. Algerian, you get 133 dinars for $1. In Haiti, you can get 132 gourds. I don't know how to pronounce it. You can get 130 shillings in Kenya for $1. You can get in Iceland, you can get 125 kronas for $1. Bangladesh, you can get no, 123 kakas. Vanuatu, you could get 120 vatus for $1. Then you can get 111 in Syria. You can get 111 pounds for $1. And then in, I don't know, CPF franc 104. In Siberia, you can get 103 deniers for $1. You can get, in Cape Verde, you can get 96 escudos for $1. Then you get Negachula, I don't know how to pronounce it. You can get 94 rupees in India for $1. You can get in Kyrgyzstan, you can get 87 soms for $1. And Albania, you can get 84 leks for $1. And then in Russia, you can get 81 rubles for $1. And then Gambia, you can get 74 dalasis for $1. In Mozambique, you can get 64 metals for $1. And then in Afghanistan, you can get 64 Afghanis for $1. And then you can get 60 in the Philippines. You can get 61 pesos for $1. And then in Dominica, you can get 60 pesos for $1. In Egypt, you can get 55 pounds for $1. And then in Macedonia, you can get 54 deniers for $1. In Mauritania, you can get 47 rupees for $1. And then in Turkey, you can get 44 liras for $1. In Ukraine, you can get 44 I don't know how to pronounce it. In Uruguay, you can get 41 pesos for $1. In Mauritania, you can get 40 uruguayas for $1. In Suriname, you can get 37 dollars for $1. And then Nicaragua, you can get 37 Cordobas for $1. In Thailand, you can get Taiwan, you can get 33 bahts for $1. Then in New Taiwan dollar, I guess then that was Thailand, you can get $32 for $1. In Honduras, I don't know. I mean, in Zimbabwe, you can get 25 golds for $1. In Cuba, you can get 24 pesos for $1. In Sierra, I don't know, you can get 23 leones. Sierra Leone, you can get 24 leones for $1. Then Sao Tome and Principe, you can get 22 dobras for $1. In Czechia, you can get 21 kornas for $1. In Zimbabwe, you can get 19 kwaches for $1. In Mexico, you can get 18 pesos for $1. In Moldova, you can get 18 lus for $1. In Swazi, you can get 17 lilengeni for $1. In South Africa, you can get 17 rands for $1. In Namibia, you can get $17 for $1. In Lesotho, you can get 17 lotis for $1. In Moldova, you can get 15 rufias for $1. In Eritrea, you can get 15 nakfas for $1. In Seychelles, you can get 15 rupees for $1. In Botswana, you can get 14 pulas for $1. Then in Ghana, you can get 11 cedis for $1. Looks kind of like the Sant logo. I don't know if it's a logo. In Norwegia, you can get 10 krones for $1. In Tajikistan, you can get 10 simonis for $1. In Sweden, you can get 10 kronas for $1. In Morocco, you can get 9.39 dirhams for $1. In Macanese Pataka, there's 8 of those for $1. And in the Solomon Islands, you can get $8.04. I'm not sure if they use cents for $1. With a Hong Kong dollar, that if you have $7, you can get $1. In Guatemala, $1 is 7.66 quetzals. In Bolivia, $1 is Boliviano, I don't know. Chinese yuan is $1 is 6.91. In Trinidad and Tobago, you can for $1, you can get 6.8 Trinidad dollars. And for a Danish crown, you can get 6.52. For a Libyan dinar, 6.42 for $1. In Brazilian real is 5.24 for $1. And in Romania, you can get 4.45 for $1. Papua New Guinea, you can get 4.31 kinas for $1. In Malaysia, you can get 4.02 ringgits for $1. In Saudi Arabia, you can get 3.75 reals for $1. In Poland, you can get 3.75 zlotys for $1. In the United Arab Emirates, you can get 3.67 dirhams for $1. In Qatar, you can get 3.64 reals for $1. In Turkmenistan, you can get 3.5 miats for $1. In Peruvian, you can get 3.49 sols for $1. In Israel, you can get 3.17 new shekis. And then in Belarus, you can get 2.98 rubles. And then in Tunisia, you can get 2.94 deniers. And in Samoa, you can get 2.77 talas. And in the Caribbean, you can get 2.71 for $1. In Georgia, you can get 2.69 laris for $1. And then in Tonga, you can get 2.41 paangnas for $1. In Fiji, you can get 2.24 dollars for $1. And in Belize, you can get 2.02 dollars for $1. In Barbados, you can get $2 for $1. In the Caribbean, you can get 1.8 guilders for $1. In Arubian florin, I'm not sure, I don't know, 1.79 for $1. In New Zealand dollar, you can get 1.75 for $1. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, you can get 1.7 marks for $1. In Azerbaijan, you can get 1.7 manats for $1. In with Australian dollars, you can get 1.46 for $1. In Canada, you can get 1.389 Canadian dollars for $1. In Brunei, you can get 1.29 Brunei dollars for $1. And then in Singapore, Singapore dollars equal to 1.29. I don't know. United States is $1 equals $1. And same with Panama, $1 is equal to Balboa. Same with Bermuda dollar, that is also $1. And Bahamian dollar is also $1. And then in euros is only 87 cents for $1, with Cayman Islands dollar coming after that, only 83 cents for $1. With the Swiss franc after that, 80 cents for $1. And then a pound sterling, that's what they use in the UK, for 76. You can get 76 pence for $1. And then Gibraltar pound is 76 cents for $1. Falkland Islands pound is 76 probably pence for $1. St. Helena pound is 76 pence for $1. Jordanian dinar, you can get 0.71 of those for $1. Oh, it just disappeared. Well, Kuwaitan dinar, only 31 cents for $1.